Recently, there's been a lot of attention surrounding Bully 2 due to the GTA 5 source code being leaked. The source code contained information about cut content from GTA 5, but also titles of scrapped Rockstar projects. There were references to Agent, which is an infamous cancelled Rockstar title, Grand Theft Auto Tokyo, which was going to be in the 3D universe, but it probably got scrapped and turned into GTA Chinatown Wars. Most importantly though, Bully 2 was mentioned. A lot of people are freaking out because Bully is loved by many, including myself. I love the town of Bulworth, and I love how every NPC has a name, and you can recognize them individually the more you play the game. It pioneered the NPC interaction feature seen in Red Dead Redemption 2. So a sequel sounds super exciting. It's to my pleasure to say that this is not new information at all. A lot of leaked information has been put out about Bully in the past few years. So in this video, I'm going to break down everything we know about Bully 2, from official art that has been revealed from Bully 2 to features that we would have seen in the game. In 2017, there was a wave of artwork that got leaked to the public, and in 2021, it was confirmed by developers that they were working on the project and they were real. In this first one I'm going to show, we get a good look of what Bully's art style would have been. I like this one a lot. Bully's art direction was always semi-cartoony, and I like that they kept the style in these concept drawings. I really wonder what it would have looked like with the finished graphics. And in these next drawings, we see more shots of the town, which honestly looks great. There's lots of trees, and something I immediately noticed was the lack of open spaces. In the last environmental one I'll be showing is the interior of this abandoned house, which may be Jimmy's dad's place. The broken baby doll and body tape is pretty disturbing, so I wonder if the dad was killed at some point in the story. Or maybe he was killed before the game even started, considering Jimmy's father figure is a replacement in the original game. Alright, that's enough of the environmental stuff. Now let's get into the figurative artwork. This drawing of what seems to be a nerd is certainly interesting. He has a life jacket and a cupcake and is dragging toilet paper at the bottom of his foot, so he's certainly special in some sort of way. You know, without the goggles, he kind of looks like Jimmy from GTA 5. There's a handful of other character designs. This first one showing off a woman who, in my opinion, may be Jimmy's mom. This gym teacher, not too much to say about him other than he appears chipper. Next is this goth girl. You know, in Bully, there was not enough goth and emo kids. Look, I'm fresh out of high school. I know what I'm talking about. If Rockstar wants to make a convincing game about high school, they need to add more goth and emo kids. There needs to be about a few dozen. They all need to be listening to K-pop or My Chemical Romance while walking through the hallway. And they either walk in groups of threes or alone. There's this woman who may be a mom or model of some sort, and this dorky kid. Rockstar really knows how to show personality perfectly just from a drawing. Right off the bat, you can tell this guy runs a video game themed YouTube channel. And finally, this drawing of a mailman who has a hook for a hand. Once again, you can see in the way that they drew him that they're going for a stylized look, just like the original Bully. So yes, gamers, that was all of the leaked artwork from 2017. Next up, I'm going to get in something subjectively much more interesting, which is all of the features that would have been in Bully 2 and minor story details. At the beginning of 2022, an enormous article was published by Game Informer revealing a lot of unknown information about Bully 2. The source of the information comes straight from Rockstar New England, so this is completely real. Link in the description below if you want to read the article yourself. In the rough time span between 2008 and 2009, Rockstar New England finished up development on Bully Scholarship Edition for PC and Xbox 360. After developing the port, they were told to make their first big project, Bully 2. According to the developers at Rockstar New England, 50 to 70 people were working on the project, and a lot of emphasis was going into the world. Bully 2 was so ambitious that they wanted it to sit next to GTA, alongside Red Dead Redemption. They were going to make characters and mechanics much deeper than before. They say that the size of the world would have been about the size of Vice City. However, when we consider the concept art that we've seen, that sounds perfect. A small town crammed with content and detailed mechanics sounds like a dream. Something I liked was when the developer commented about interactive interiors, saying they scaled down the world so that could be achieved easier. On a side note, this makes me really happy for GTA 6's future. It's nice to see that the developers are prioritizing content in the open world opposed to scale of it. In GTA 5, Los Santos felt like a backdrop, but Liberty City in GTA 4, because of how much of it was interactive, felt much more alive and like a real city. Hopefully Rockstar keeps this mindset because I would have loved to explore what Bully 2's world would have been. Alright, back to Bully 2. Relationships would have played a major role in Bully 2. You could befriend every NPC and they would remember your actions. In the interview with the Rockstar developers, it stated that the way they'd remember you would be much deeper as well, where if you do something to a specific NPC, that NPC will remember that action and change their opinion about you accordingly. Interestingly enough, one of the Rockstar developers commented on Red Dead Redemption 2's honor mechanic, and apparently most of the world interaction stuff that made Red Dead 2 so innovative originated in Bully 2. Speaking of new cool technology, there was supposed to be a real-time grass growing mechanic where players could see grass on lawns grow over time and you could even mow it. There were a lot of Assassin's Creed type features. In Bully 2, there was a whole new climbing mechanic introduced, allowing the player to climb houses, trees, and fences, along with a feature where you could break into houses like GTA San Andreas. According to the New England Rockstar dev team, there was a build of Bully 2 that was fully playable. You could interact with the world and its NPCs and even do a few story missions. Some of the story missions in question included one with a beekeeper, one with go-karts, and one that had Jimmy in his underwear. It was at least 6 to 8 hours of playable content. The sequel to Bully would have only needed 2 or 3 more years of development until its release, but unfortunately Rockstar kept taking developers off the Bully 2 project to focus on Max Payne, and eventually there wasn't enough support to keep the project going, so it was inevitably scrapped. So what does this mean for the future of Bully? Will it ever get a sequel? Will the version of Bully 2 that was worked on for a little over a year be revived and shown to the public? I personally believe we will see a sequel to Bully right after GTA 6, and here's why. I think that the roadmap that Rockstar will be sticking to from now on will be GTA release, other IP, GTA release, other IP. I can passionately say that we probably won't be seeing another Red Dead game anytime soon. I don't even know how they could continue the redemption timeline without it being unnecessary. You could say that they could continue Jack's story, but I don't really think so, because Red Dead is a Wild West themed game, and Jack's adulthood would feature cars and a lot more modern technology, so I don't think that's a possibility. However, a lot of children for the rest of time will want to play GTA and not be allowed to, so Rockstar would be smart to make a new Bully game after the release of GTA 6. I don't think that they'll be expanding on the build they started 10 years ago, because that build would be using an outdated version of Rage and probably take more time to modernize than just starting from scratch. I do wonder though, if Bully does take place in the modern world, I wonder how Rockstar will approach the new age of students. I mean, nowadays we have the brain-rotted far-right but also communist white kid who says the N-word all the time, and on the other side of the spectrum we have the way too politically correct but anti-political identity crisis white kid. But you know what? They do have one thing in common. They both think that the government is politically favoring the other. So what do you guys think of all this? Does a sequel to Bully excite you, or do you not really care about the Bully franchise? Also, what era would you like the game to take place in? Let me know in the comments below and I'll respond as soon as I can. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and make sure to have a good one.